Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Dose. Today we're looking at the shortest book in the Bible. It's called 3 John. Now, it may be a short book, but its message, it's really big. In John, we see a message about hospitality. Do we see guests and strangers as a problem or as an opportunity to show God's love? The 3 letters of John are all letters that are written by John to a network of house churches. He's overseeing these house churches that are in Ephesus. These churches have recently experienced a bit of what you might call a crisis, and it's compelled John to write to them. You see, 3 John is actually written to a specific member in one of those churches. He's a guy named Gaius, who appears to be a really good friend of John's. He's a faithful believer, but he's dealing with a really difficult situation, church drama. And so John asks Gaius a favor to continue to welcome some teachers and missionaries who have passed through the church. He has to do this because, get this, the leader of this church community, whose name is Diotrephes, to put it frankly, this Diotrephes is being a jerk. He's the source of all the drama. He's refusing to welcome some into the church. You might ask, why not? Well, we don't exactly know why, but here's what it's all about. You see, when you welcome guests, the floors get messy. You have extra laundry. You have dirty dishes. You have to alter your schedule. There are often expenses and inconvenience. You know this. Hospitality comes with costs. Welcoming people costs us something, whether that be our time or energy or money. And here's what 3 John reminds us. How we treat others, how we welcome strangers, how we provide hospitality, it reflects our true values. It reflects what's really important to us. Do we see people as objects, even inconveniences, or as unique creations of a loving God? You see, for Gaius, hospitality was a habit. His reputation for friendship and generosity, especially to these traveling teachers and missionaries, everybody knew about it. To affirm and thank Gaius for his hospitality, John wrote this personal note that we call 3 John because Diotrephes, he had this lack of hospitality and was creating a mess for the church. John writes to encourage Gaius. He's an example of someone who follows Christ, who loves others. But Diotrephes, he lacks a sort of hospitality that's emblematic of a follower of Jesus. Now, here's what we know. This letter was a personal letter. It was written to a specific situation in a specific time. But could John's words apply to us? In fact, when you hear this story about Gaius and Diotrephes, which man do you identify with? Are you Gaius, generously giving to others, to strangers, or Diotrephes, looking out for yourself and your things? It seems John's challenge isn't just for Gaius and Diotrephes. It's for us too. Perhaps the most effective way that we can demonstrate our faith and Christ's love is to invite and welcome strangers and outsiders, to put other people's needs before our needs, especially those we call guests. I can't help but wonder, what if we as a church did this? What if we said, we're going to do whatever it takes to welcome and invite those who are far from Jesus? I wonder how that would change what we prioritize. I wonder how putting outsiders first would change how we do what we do. Church, I wonder how it would change us. Folks, thanks for tuning in to the Daily Dose. So glad you're with us. If you're watching on Facebook, you can always share it with a friend. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell so you get notifications. If you're watching on cable access, invite a friend to watch with you. Have a good one.